I know that when we're studying pronunciation, we get very distracted by all of the very tiny minutia of details that we need to pay attention to. We have to pay attention to the linking between words. We have to pay attention to how are we pronouncing our vowel sounds and our consonant sounds. We have to pay attention to the pitch we're using. We have to pay attention to our placement. We have to pay attention to our... Oh my gosh, this could be very overwhelming of things that you need to watch out for when you speak in American English, or really any language that you're learning. Every language has unique ways of handling these things. So the good news is that I think, if we're trying to say something, we're just starting off, we don't want to be overwhelmed. We want to break things down into their simplest form as much as possible. And so in today's video, that is our goal. Just a quick technique you can do that will help guide all of the other tiny details that you need to get a natural sound. It all begins with some very simple steps, though, that I hope that you can apply to your own speech. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, guys. Welcome to your daily American English pronunciation show. Wake up, American. We're here Monday through Friday, folks. Every Monday through Friday, right around 8 a.m. New York, to make sure that you can get in your 5 minutes of pronunciation practice for today. When I say we, I mean me. Hello, my name is Jeff. It rhymes with breath, which is one of the 4 keys to a natural sound in American English, including placement, pitch, breath, and then trying to weaken your consonant sounds and strengthen your vowel sounds. We got some people hanging with us this morning. We got Nina in the house. We got Alsham Khan. I don't recognize your name, Alsham Khan. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, but great to see you in the stream. Hope to see you in future ones. Emmanuel's back. Livy is back. And Harrier's back as well. Great to see you all. And if you're watching us and you haven't said hello, I'm only mildly offended. It's okay. Just try to say hi at some point. It'd be great to greet you back. So what we're going to be talking about today, I want you to begin approaching English as an art. So do you guys like to draw? Does anyone like to draw? Let me know if you like to draw. There's a type of drawing that I was doing for a bit, gesture drawing. It's just like a good practice, just like getting basic forms. Why are we even talking about that though? Well, it's because if you're drawing, let's say you're drawing a person in action, and you start, where do you start? You often start with the head. Okay, so that's the first thing first. It's you're drawing a person, but you have to pick a starting point, right? So you start with the head. And how do you draw the head? Well, you don't focus on drawing the individual hairs of the beard or the curvature of the nose or the eyebrows, things like that. You often just start with a very basic circle, right? Or it's not even really a circle. It's usually more of an ellipse. Okay, so that's usually your starting point. And then from there, you can kind of continue to shape it. What's up also to Noman here as well. So let's apply this sort of concept to English. Okay. Nina says, Deja, I should be more consistent too. I have this screen that I bought for drawing specifically that I haven't made time to use for it. You gotta be consistent with it, just like pronunciation. Anyways, so if we're approaching this from a pronunciation standpoint, then there's a couple things that maybe we can do to kind of get ready for that. Give me a moment. Thought I had loaded this earlier. Okay, so I'm going to load something first that we're going to take a look at. And so I'm going to show you a technique you can use. This is especially useful for shadowing, which, by the way, we just put up a new shadowing clip that I want to talk about with you for a moment. But let's just kind of listen to this clip for a moment.
We'll be good at what we have, and then we'll just practice what we have.
I'm going to listen to that again.
We'll be good at what we have, and then we'll just practice what we have.
Okay. So one of the things that you're going to notice in the shadowing clip, and just to kind of guide you in the shadowing videos, in case you don't know, we have a shadowing channel over at youtube.com/affluent American shadowing. Okay. And you're going to see there's lots of different indications and things like that. They're designed to help you, but can look a little overwhelming. You're going to see firstly that the line itself is written in a color, and then there's going to be one word that's a different color. That word is your stressed word. Okay, so that's the word that the pitch is going to go up on. The other thing you're going to see, there are these slashes. That indicates where the thought group ends. And then I've added these big arrows So you'll see like a green arrow and a red arrow. And that is to indicate what direction the thought group goes in pitch-wise. So is this thought group going higher in pitch, or is this thought group lower in pitch? Because remember, when you change a thought group, you change the pitch level. So let's listen to this again and look at all these different markings.
We'll be good at what we have, and then we'll just like practice what we have.
And I want to listen one more time as we break this down. Let's talk about the line approach.
We'll be good at what we have, and then we'll just like practice what we have.
Okay, so I want to specifically target this first thought group. Just keep things simple. Listen to those first couple of words. Okay. Let's listen just to the first thought group.
We'll be good at what we have, and then we'll just.
So he's like, we'll be good at what we have. Like, we'll be good at what we have. We'll be good at what we have. Okay. So maybe even before saying the specific words, though, I want to make sure, I'm getting the general pitch levels and things like that, right? So I'm going to worry less about what the individual words are, and I'm just going to kind of get the general rhythm.
We'll be good at what we have, and then we'll just like.
So it kind of starts like, da, 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 like, we'll be good at what we have. Da, da, we'll be good at what we have. And that sort of approach can be really helpful for a couple of things. What are we doing? It's just like drawing it. We're just shaping. We're getting the general shape of the head or the body or whatever it is that we're drawing. We're starting with just a very basic shape.
We'll be good at what we have, and then we'll just like practice.
So we'll be good at what we have. You can even like try like mumbling the words, but the goal isn't to say each word perfectly. The goal is just to kind of get the general rhythm. And this can be really helpful from a pitch perspective because we're trying to match out what are the pitches doing when. So like, where do we go high? Where do we go low? And things like that. And Harry says, we'll be good. We'll be good. What we'll have. Let's see again. The clip.
We'll be good at what we have, and then we'll just.
I hear we have. I don't hear the future. Just know I don't hear the future contraction for instead we'll have. Like we'll be good at what we have. Like we'll be good at what we have. He's talking about something in the future. So we'll be good at what we have. You don't need the future on will. You just need it for the first part. It's like the will be good. So once I have the general rhythm, like we'll be good at what we have. And then what I would recommend that we try doing is just try to alternate between just kind of doing the general shape and then adding the words back in. It's like we'll be good at what we have. We'll be good at what we have. We'll be good at what we have. And our goal with this is to practice one, trying to capture those like pitch levels that are occurring. The other thing that we're trying to capture is also breath. So for instance, when you do that sort of line, you're constantly expelling breath. And this is the goal of English. We're constantly moving breath through our bodies. So we don't want consonant sounds to get in the way of that. And so by doing that, what we can do is we can we can get some attention to the pitch rhythm. We can get some intonation rhythm. We can get some attention to the breath rhythm. And if we can do those things, all of those categories can lend us a much more natural accent because you might pronounce all of those individual words perfectly.
We'll be good at what we have, and then we'll.
You might say like, we'll be good at what we, but that's not the rhythm. You're saying the words, but you're not getting any of the rhythm. And a lot of times having perfect pronunciation is actually going to lead to choppier speech that's less natural. We need breath and things to keep flowing. Let's do maybe one more example with the second thought group. I know some people have posted some questions. I'll be there in a moment.
We'll be good at what we have, and then we'll just like practice what we have.
And then we'll just like, I'm going to take a look at that second thought group. And we'll just like,
we'll be good at what we have, and then we'll just like practice what we have.
Just like, and then we'll
be good at what we have, and then we'll just like practice what we have.
And then we'll just like, and we'll just like, and then we'll just like, and then we'll just like things like that, and it doesn't even have to be perfect. Okay. Again, Harrier's asking the same thing. Did he say what we'll have? No, what we have. I'm not hearing that dark L at the end of we. The first part is will be good, but I'm not personally hearing a dark L after the we on the second part. What we have. We'll be good at what we have. Good. And again, even in that clause, you wouldn't need a feature anyways. Other things, dude, I'm missing. What's up to Firebores? Nina says, similar to a house metaphor, the diaphragm being foundation, articulators, tools. Exactly. This is going to allow you to really focus on that foundational aspect. You know, we're building the base of the house before we build the roof, right? Hopefully, please. Trying to ask, do I have to be born in America to have an American accent? There's people born in America that don't have American accents. It's about the community you're involved with. You know, like if you're from another country, like if your parents are from another country and you're born in the U.S. and you only interact with the like a foreign community in the U.S., you can grow up with, you know, an accent that does not sound like, that's not standard in North America. You know, you can grow up with the accent of your parents and their other people from their country. You know, all depends on who you interact with. So I don't think you have to be born in America to have an American accent. Similarly, like you can find kids abroad outside the U.S. who just consume a lot of like American media who have pretty good accents. LF, hello. It feels like the American way of explaining things is just the same as the Portuguese. We usually stress the same words and use that intonation, but Portuguese were a bit louder. I would also say that in general, Portuguese tends to be, the pitch ranges in Portuguese tend to be a little bit more limited. But, you know, same general idea there. Yep. So it says they're back in. Missed yesterday's. That was good. Thanks for watching it on the replay. I appreciate that. Great to have you again. Okay. So those are just like some quick techniques with the line that I hope that you can use to help your approach. For those of you familiar with, like, for instance, like Ann Cook's book, she does kind of a similar thing. She focuses a lot more on like staircases. And then you can also kind of see some similar things with Rachel's English. But the big thing, again, really paying attention to breath. Never stop the breath. Pay attention to general pitch flow. Link everything together. Notice how long that the vowels are getting when you do that sort of thing. All right, guys, I just have some quick announcements, just reminders, really. So you can see right now I have on my name, it's like fluentamerican.com/Mission English. You'd be like, what is Mission English? Mission English is a group coaching program that we have and we have some changes coming up. So I just want to highlight those really quick before we head out. And if you have questions about that, feel free to ask. So right now what we do is we meet at these times. So for instance, we're going to meet today at 9:30 and then 1:30 p.m. And we meet for 30 minutes. It's a small group class. I let 4 students from the group with me on screen at a time. And we just do pronunciation exercises together. Something exciting that is happening starting not quite mid-May, but somewhat near mid-May is, what are we doing? We are introducing one-on-one sections. One-on-one sessions where basically I will work instead of having like a group, I'm going to be working individually with a student on screen for our Mission English members. They'll get 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes with me, so we can do some exercises together that they're working on, and then we'll switch to another student for another one-on-one session. So that's going to be on Mondays at this time. That's going to be on Tuesdays in the evening, 5:30 p.m. All these times are New York. So 9:30 in the morning will be our first one-on-one time. Tuesdays will be 5:30 p.m. in the evening. And then Wednesdays will be at 1:30 p.m. That's our current schedule that we have planned. We might make some adjustments and tweaks as we go, but that's the current plan for teaching. As we introduce that new program, just to note, currently our program costs $30 a month, lifetime. So as long as you stay in the group, that's what you'll pay. If you leave the group, that will not be what you pay anymore because the price is going to be increasing to $40 a month starting on May 13th. That'll be the introductory price. And then I can tell you that that price will be going up at some point. So these are just 2 opportunities for you. If it sounds like something you're interested in, where you would like to work with me daily, twice a day potentially. I have some students that sometimes make it to 3 classes a day, which is wild. Kudos to them for not sleeping. Because these time zones, again, 9:30 a.m. New York, 1:30 p.m. New York, 7:30 p.m. New York. That's hard to accommodate for everybody. But if you can do 3, you can come to as many classes as you want. But again, big notes, price increase to $40 a month starting May 13th. And that's an introductory price. So that price may also go up as well. So if you want to save money and you're interested in our program, this is just a heads up to you. If you're not interested, that's fine. Just want to let people know who are. So again, $30 a month currently, $40 a month starting May 13th as the intro price for our one-on-one sessions. Just a note. Thank you guys for humoring me as I say that. Okay. La vie out. Take care, man. I'll see you next time. Thanks for being with us. For those interested in the group, thanks for asking. You can do it again at fluentamerican.com/Mission English. Just a note. All right, if you have questions of things, feel free to email me. There's also contact forms at fluentamerican.com. All right, but yeah, practice this line method. Let me know how it goes for you. If you're an artist, tell me if you're an artist. Send me some drawings because I'm very interested in drawing. I need to get back into it. I will see you all later. Hope you guys have a good Friday. Thanks for spending part of your morning or your day with me. Take care to Levi. Take care to you all. Once more, my name is Jeff. It rhymes with breath. It's one of the 4 keys to a natural sound: including placement, pitch, breath. Trying to weaken your consonant sounds. I will see you all later. Have a good day. Have a good night. Have a good afternoon. Take care.